Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to episode 29 of the Here to Speak podcast. I believe it's 29. As always, I'm Quan Scott, here with my bro Dom. It's been an interesting week, man. A lot of developments, some old storylines, some new.
It's all good just a week ago.
It's all good just a week ago. Yeah, good point. I want to jump straight into it and talk about the Lil Nas X video. Have you personally saw it?
Like 15 seconds of it.
15 seconds. What in that 15 seconds? What was your?
It was a lot. I mean, but it wasn't for me to get all up in arms about. Not my taste, but hey.
What about the video was not to your liking?
Is it appropriate to say like it's not to my liking? It's just not for me.
Okay,
I'd rather say that it's not for me.
You're right.
Not, so yeah. So I think in that 15 seconds, everything about that 15 seconds just wasn't for me. The song? I can't even tell you one thing about the song. Honestly, so
I don't know any lyrics to it.
I don't know any lyrics. Yeah. If you want, you expound and give them a synopsis of what the video is.
So pretty much if you haven't, because I haven't even watched the video. I looked at stills of it and I felt like everything I needed to see was in those stills. It's pretty much, if you haven't seen this video yet, I don't even know what the name of it is.
I don't know.
It's Lil Nas X's newest video, and he's pretty much in hell giving the devil giving the devil a lap dance, which is so funny because I just went to a strip club this past weekend, which is pretty hilarious.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that later. But yeah, people were pissed off about this video, and I'm kind of torn because part of me understands why, but a large part of me doesn't get why.
So to the part that understands why?
I mean, you know how people love their religion. Like, people are just. Also, I think a lot of people just don't like the fact that he's gay and he's also literally dancing with the devil. So I won't even say I understand, but I get.
There's a whole show on Netflix, a very popular show at that, called Lucifer.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
very successful.
Very successful. So to my point, well, I ain't gonna say to my point because it's not my point, but like to people who say like millions of people support this show,
right?
And those same people who are speaking out about Lil Nas X and what he's doing with the devil, I just want to see where the discrepancy is. Granted, it's a lap dance on the devil, but hey, whatever. But it's still like I don't see like okay, one is acceptable versus one not being acceptable.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about that. That makes sense. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to phrase it because I don't, like I said, I don't agree or really understand, but from their point of view, I get why they don't like it. From those type of people's point of view, I get why they don't like it. On the flip side, I really don't understand why it would upset somebody. Like,
just don't watch it.
Yeah, if you don't like the devil, don't watch it.
Just don't watch it. I don't understand like when these things happen. Like if it's not for you, like I said, it's not for me.
Yeah,
I saw everything I needed to see. Like on Twitter, just chilling with the lady. She like, did you see this? At 15 seconds, I'm like, no, but hey, I know I don't need to further indulge in it. I'm cool.
Yeah, straight up. It's
as simple as that.
I just thought it was funny. Like I don't see what people. It's so hard for people to not take stuff so serious. Like he's dancing with the devil. It's obviously himself that he's dancing with. Like he's playing the role of the devil. And then it's just like I don't know, man. If you're one of those hardcore people who are like against homosexuality, I heard someone say like, shouldn't you be happy? Like this is technically proving your point. Like gay people going to hell. And I thought that was so funny.
In a nutshell, I mean,
but just why? Why does it offend you so much, man?
I don't know. Just don't watch it.
Just don't watch it, man.
Simply put, and that's why I'm like, I don't want to seem like I'm disconnected in the sense where I'm like, I want to say I don't care about it, but I don't care about it.
I don't think it's bad to have that opinion.
I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna watch it if I really took that hardcore stance about it. Okay, I may feel some type of way, but I just know I can control what I digest. You know what I mean? Just simply just turn it away. Like I don't understand why you gotta make a holy war about it. I mean, at this point, people are gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah, that type of stuff is, I think it's really weird. I think it's also kind of crazy to think about. He goes from, when did Old Town Road come out? 2020 or 2019?
I want to say damn Or 2019.
So 2019. So that's how long that song was like at the top of the charts musically. So over a year, I'm pretty sure, well over a year.
Yeah.
He goes from that to also, we never really talked about how he comes out as gay at the height of his powers, at the absolute height, which you have to respect because
that could go one or two ways.
Yeah, that too, but just also, I don't know, maybe this is wrong to say, but I feel like in some cases there have been people who were kind of about to lose all. What's the word? Lose all. What's the word?
Relevancy?
Relativity? Is relativity? I think relativity is right.
I think for what you're trying to say,
relevance. Okay. People about to lose relevance. So at the last second, it's like, by the way, I'm gay. And then, let's talk about let's talk about these. Let's keep talking about them.
That's a good point.
So I really respected how he did that at the peak because he's never going to be that big again. Like his career is like to that level.
Honestly, what other song? Like we don't even know the name or
I can't name one.
Anything about this song that we're talking about.
Can't name one. Can't name this song. He doesn't have to make another song. Like
he really doesn't.
Do Old Town Road.
But it does say he's not trying to. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, okay, not respect it because you got to do what you got to do. It's your career. I think everything because once you hit that ceiling, I think it's nothing but down from there.
Yeah.
And so I think everything he's doing from this point on, and he knows it's got to be for like shock value in a sense. Whereas you get what you get in that video, right?
Yeah, I'd say he was obviously going for shock value, but also just doing shit that you really want to do. Like, so I think he actually really wanted to do this.
Okay, what's gonna get people talking?
Oh, for
like,
sure,
just take the devil out of it. So he wasn't even doing that. This from the clips you've seen, that's gonna get people talking.
Yeah, I feel like I saw.
Where have you seen that before?
Never.
Exactly.
It was new. I haven't seen it.
So let's double down and let's get the devil involved.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Yeah. I feel like I saw a video of him, not a video, like a picture or something of him, obviously fake, like a few months ago, just like with some like massive double D's.
Yeah. Like, that was one of those things where I'm like, I come across it, I'm like, oh, all right.
For a second, I thought it was real. I was like, oh shit, like he's transitioning. But yeah, man. I also just think people are so fickle when it comes to shit like this. Because on the way over here, I was thinking people are disowning him, coming at him from all angles. I had to stop and think, like, motherfuckers still listen to R. Kelly out here. You know what I'm saying? So he hasn't, Lil Nas X hasn't done anything other than just be gay.
I'm not going to comment on that one, brother.
What, the R. Kelly?
I'm clear out.
The R. Kelly? What?
Go ahead.
Well, I was trying to say is people still listen to R. Kelly. Like, he's on record being a horrible human being.
Yeah.
But people still dance to Step in the Name of Love. And Age Ain't Nothing But, people still sing Age Ain't But a Number, which is in itself is
red flag. That was like red flag.
Really gross. Really gross if you think about it.
I will say that. That was okay.
So, but also at the same time, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, you just can't listen to R. Kelly. Like, for people who don't want to listen to him, I get why you don't want to listen to him. But strictly talking about his music, the catalog can go up there with just about anybody.
Just about anybody.
So I understand why people still do listen to his music. That's like,
I don't think nobody wants smoke with that.
I can't think of anybody. That's a discussion for another day.
That's a whole other sidebar. I know. Sorry, tangent, but people was doing the whole Chris Brown and Usher thing. I'm like, all right. If people say, I heard somebody say, well, Chris Brown, like nobody's messing with his catalog. And I'm like, I think there's one person that he won't want no smoke with and wouldn't be close. Either one of them.
I don't even know if he beats Usher. Like initially,
honestly, I don't know.
He
personally, he doesn't. No, me personally, no, he doesn't beat Usher.
Initially, I was like, yeah, you got him just because Usher has been around for so long.
There's no way.
Usher's been what?
When was Usher has hits on hit. I'm not talking about like just hits, classics.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not even getting into like album cuts that are hits, but like
when was he like first relevant? Like mid 90s?
Mid 90s, like 96. Okay. I almost want to say.
Yeah, so that's 25 years just being around and still making good music. So
come on now.
I can see how it's easy for people to forget, but no, I got Usher in that. But damn, you just got me off my point.
My bad. We were speaking on Lil Nas X and catalogs and so on and so forth.
Yeah, like the R. Kelly shit. I see why people still listen to his music. I see why those who don't. Like, you can't separate it. But I feel like you should be able to separate people.
That's getting into touchy subject. Because a lot of people say no. You can't separate the two.
I feel like you can.
A lot of people, me personally, I feel like you can. That's just my personal feeling. But a lot of people will jump down your neck saying, "How dare you? This is a horrible person. How dare you support this person?"
Well, those same people probably have iPhones. How can you support Apple?
If you only knew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you only knew.
Yeah. Do you know how to get these phones made? How you get your iPhone for so cheap? Like, come on, man. So it's just, I mean, everyone's a hypocrite. Don't get me wrong, but just when it comes to shit like that, I'm like, man, it's entertainment. Like, don't take it for what it is. Like it or don't. Like, just move on. Right. Don't make it a whole like movement or whatever.
That's what today is, really.
And people are so stupid. Like, you're just helping him at the end of the day. Which Kanye West has mastered this, like just shocking people, making people mad. They talk about it for the next 2 or 3 weeks.
That's what it is. Yeah. He knows that.
Oh, for sure.
Of course, he's gonna keep doing it.
For sure.
And we're just so quick to say, "Oh, he's crazy. He's this, that, and third." But he's just playing the game.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
For whatever he's doing that rollout for, whether it be music, clothing, or business, he just knows. Just get people talking for a little bit. Mm-hmm. You see what it's doing. He's one of the wealthiest black men in America.
Yeah. Fucking Eminem. Talk about killing his mom and shit for years.
Don't even get
one of the most popular
just listen to Kim.
Of all time.
Kim by Eminem. Just listen to that. Don't say anything else about what anybody said or doing in the video. Like, he literally made a whole song about murdering his baby mama.
Like, he really wanted to.
He really wanted, and this was at a time he really wanted to. It wasn't like he did this like 10 years like down the road and just for shock value. This is at a time where it was highly publicized. Like, he really wanted to. Like, he for real like hated this woman.
And his just lyrics about gay people. Like, that's like, where's the pushback on that shit? Like, back then, I know it's a different time, but still. But now you're like up in arms about this. Like,
and that's why when people want to go back and say he said this, that, and the third, I'm like, no, you can't go back, because during that time, it's still now he's regarded as that guy. And so like you had plenty of times to cancel this guy, so you can't. It's worthless to try to go back and cancel him for something that he got popular off of.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
It's nasty.
People are.
Did you see the shoes that Lil Nas X tried to put out? And Nike was like, nah, like you gotta chill that out.
But it wasn't like Nike made it. Like
no, that's what I'm saying.
He had someone else kind of customize them or whatever, right? But yeah, they're trying to get them not to sell them.
And they put like a cease and desist out, like, you better like just chill that out, because a lot of people was like, how can Nike do this? And Nike was like, we have nothing to do with this. And so they sent that cease and desist out.
What makes them like devil shoes? Just take the pentagram off, and then there's just red and black.
They have like
what
the 666.
Did they?
Marketed.
Oh yeah, they did have 666 in like an upside down cross. Okay,
I'm kind of iffy on that too. Whenever I see that, I'm like,
well, yeah, I wasn't wearing nothing with just a 666 on it.
I mean, but
change that 666 to a 69. We can talk. No, I'm joking. But yeah, it had like an upside down cross and stuff on it too. But if you remove all that shit, they're just some red and black shoes, which is one of the most like, iconic colorways in shoes. So it's like, I just find that shit funny, man. But I don't know. I'm curious to see, like, is this a part of like an album? Is this going to be like a recurring theme? Is there like just a body of work to go with this?
Again, like I said, I honestly can't think of any other song that he has. And so I don't know if this is what he's just doing. Mm-hmm. He makes a song, then it's all about, okay, how can I get the most out of this song?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like an album. If I was his manager, I wouldn't say, no, we don't want no albums. Because we see what you can do like with this.
There's a one hits.
You know what I mean? Just keep putting one out.
That's all you need.
And like to your point earlier, you literally don't have to do anything else. You just live off Old Town Road for the rest of your life.
For real.
But at this point, just keep putting out little one-hit singles here and there, and people going to tune in just to see, okay, what is he doing now with this one?
Mm-hmm. I think it's also funny, because they were giving him flack for it, and he put out a statement, like, talking about how he's like, in Old Town Road, which was one of the most popular songs of all time, as far as, like, its success in the charts and stuff like that. He's like, I'm openly talking about, like, drugs and shit.
Drinking lean.
Yeah. So,
but you let me perform this at elementary schools.
Crazy. Had them white kids jumping.
Nobody questioned it.
Crazy, man. That's funny.
Like I said, people just pick and choose what they want to be fake outraged about.
Let's care today.
Yeah. What we mad about? What we mad about today, y'all? Like, people wake up, I honestly think that's the first question they ask. What we mad about today?
All right, man. People were mad at Quavo this week.
I'm clearing out.
You said what?
I'm clearing out. Go ahead. I don't know. Go ahead.
What?
I'm clearing out.
All right.
Because I got some flack about
really
the Deshaun Watson thing.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Somebody we know. Well, it had to be somebody we know.
So clear now.
Well, I'll bring that up too. Yeah, man. So you sent me the video. I wasn't aware of this. I'm not really active on Twitter, but you sent this to me. I'm glad you did. Initially, when you sent me the video of Quavo and Saweetie in the elevator, my mind went to a dark place. Instantly, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Thought it was Hov all over again.
I thought it was Ray Rice.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh man!"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Please don't, like, please, I don't even."
Yeah.
Because it's like
Had that set up.
I had that set up. So all jokes aside, like that is one of the most horrible videos I've ever seen. That's awful.
Man.
Luckily, this one didn't go down like that. So if you haven't seen it, there's a video of Quavo and Saweetie, which I don't even know when this actually took place. The actual video.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm hearing rumors that it took place like back in December or something like that, but before the end of the year.
Ain't no telling.
But so they're like struggling over some type of case or bag or whatever. It's pretty much tug of war between them. I honestly wasn't sure who was going to win just because they have a very similar body type. Quavo slightly gets the edge. He kind of tosses Saweetie a little bit. I don't even know if this is call it a toss. Like she was just yanked it, like put the strength on her. Like
be careful.
Yanked it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just be careful.
He just yanked the bag and she like kind of hits the wall. I can't tell how hard, but she was on the ground for a few 10 seconds or so, whatever. Then she gets up and walks off the elevator. Yeah. They also, I didn't notice this at first, but on my second watch, one of the floors when they're on the elevator, they stop and there's like what looks like a stranger, like right there on the floor. He's like, okay,
hand still on
I'll take the next one. Like,
yeah, don't worry about it. Y'all work that out.
So I don't know, man. People are outraged over it.
I don't know all the details on the start.
I'm just talking about this specific video. This
clip. I don't know what happened prior to that.
Based off what you can see in the video.
Based off what I can see, I don't know, brother.
Okay. We're gonna do this, I guess.
Go ahead. Like I said, I'm clearing out.
All right. So based off what I saw, let me start off first by saying you can't. I feel like two things can be true in a situation, like given each person's perspective. Let's say I were to punch you in the chest right now.
Right.
You could be like, "Oh my gosh, like you just hit me. I can't believe you do that." I could also, from my point of view, be like, "Man, I didn't hit you that hard."
Right.
That type of shit.
Okay.
So I think two things can be true. I saw a lot of people immediately going to like, "Oh, this is domestic abuse. This is domestic violence." I think by the definition, it would classify as domestic violence. Abuse, I don't know. Would you say those can be two separate things or not?
Me personally, I believe so. But domestic abuse, domestic violence, I think
same thing.
Especially in today's day and age, you can't have one without it's the same thing.
Okay. Also, keep in mind, I'm just talking. I don't
know. Yeah. No.
But I mean, in my mind, I'm like, because I didn't see him ever really exert aggression,
like have malice in his action towards her.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all in this video.
It was a struggle over an item.
Yeah,
right.
And he just overpowered her. It was a tug of war, and he won.
Like you said, there was no malice. Like actually took it out on her.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That's
what you're saying.
Yeah, that's absolutely what I'm saying. I didn't see that at all. Any malice, any aggression directly towards her. Like no intent to. I'm trying to hurt you. I didn't see that at all in this video. I didn't see that. I saw people like, "Oh, he wasn't letting her off the elevator." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, he lets you walk off the elevator. He completely almost leaves you there." He's like, "Yeah, do what you want." I'm not. Like you said, I don't know what happened before or after.
That's my thing.
Just judging this video. I didn't see what the whole outrage is about. I heard someone say like, "Oh, he should have helped her up." Okay, yeah, he should have helped her up. But other than that, I'm like,
like I said, it's one of those things where until more details come out, if they come out, I leave them alone because, like you said, you don't know what happened beforehand.
Yeah,
she very well may have been trying to run away from him, and that's what led to the video. Why she may have been running away from, we don't know.
What if he was trying to steal the ashes of his dead dog?
And that's what I'm saying. What was in that case?
Yeah.
That he was so adamant about getting it. We don't know. That's why I said I was clearing out.
I heard somebody say it was an Xbox.
Hey, I may have to, get mine. No, but it's again because it seemed like that flared up in terms of getting people talking, and nobody cared about it.
Yeah.
And so everybody wants to get their thing pieces whenever something like this happens. But we don't know. We weren't there, so it's not for us to even speak on because we don't know what happened. We don't know when it happened. We don't know what caused that to happen, what led up to that point. So I don't know. But I just do what I do. Stand firmly on is not taking one side over the other because I don't know.
I'm not taking one side. I'm just
that's what a lot of people are doing though.
Trying to be objective. That's all I'm saying.
And that's what you got to be. But a lot of people, like you said, oh, it's out the window. Automatically it's this. Automatically it's that. Automatically he did this. I'm like, well, how can you say that without a shadow of a doubt? Without being objective. That's my main thing.
Yeah, I would get that.
That's why hey, that's all I was getting at with the whole Deshaun Watson thing. I don't know if you want to get into that now, but like all I was saying was just like, don't think I'm being insensitive towards women if I'm just saying like, I want to hear more about the story. I need more details because I'm not automatically going to hear this and say, oh, hey, he did it.
Yeah, because I think now it's up to like 21 people.
Which is not a good look.
Yeah, not a good look at all. But if you ask me, do I 100% believe 100% of these people accusing him of doing this are factual? Like, I'd say no. Personally, I'd say no.
And that's what
the odds of that being all true would be no. You know what I'm saying? If we're being real.
And that's what and I don't want to get into like all the details about why nobody filed a police report, if he physically did this to you, that, and the third. Valid question. Which is why I'm just like, I don't know.
Wait and see.
Just wait and see. Yeah. But I don't think I'm being insensitive towards women if I'm just like, just wait and see.
No, that's not insensitive.
But I don't know how that get misconstrued. Did I come across as that?
I would
just
say
said
no.
You just have to wait. Because I know there has been times when, on the flip side, I know you mentioned R. Kelly. We know without a shadow of a doubt now.
No, scumbag.
He's a scumbag. Yeah. He's dirty. Now we know that. Probably knew that when he dropped age ain't nothing but a number. But at that point, nothing was really conclusive until we got the additional details to say, like, hey, okay, he belongs where he's at.
The person who gave you shit about Deshaun Watson, do they still listen to R. Kelly?
I think so, actually. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's actually, now you say that, it's crazy.
The hypocrisy.
But anyway, it's like, we know now, without a shadow of a doubt, that he's a scumbag.
Right.
But on the flip side of that, to my point, and I think I said 2 pods ago, we seen it play out where somebody said, he did X, Y, and Z to me. We all said, yeah, he's not. Get rid of him. Turns out, sorry, lied, consensual, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Now that man paid the cost for that instance, years of his life gone, for what? A lie. So that's why I'm always like, just with anything, it may seem like one extreme versus the other. No, just with anything, I'm just like, I just want to hear the whole story.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
Before I pick a side.
Nothing wrong with that. That's what you're just supposed to do. That's what, I don't know, that's what innocent until proven guilty is the quote, like the calling card, but
I don't even want to say that.
Everybody, everybody gets
I'm
that.
just going to phrase it as.
Yeah.
I'm just going to mind my business until what it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because it seems like if you just try to be objective these days, even that's enough just to get you canceled. Like people, I don't know.
People are I really want to know who gave you shit. You don't have to tell me on here.
Nah. Just know you foul, brother.
There's a dude? I got to know who that was. Yeah, man. And maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was just when I was just talking about it, I don't want to say leaning more into Quavo's favor, but just because kind of what we just said, like the Deshaun Watson thing, the guy, whoever you were just alluding to, but like had to spend time over. You've seen this like go wrong for men before. Where they actually did do anything.
Just with anybody.
Yeah, with anybody. Because anybody could be accused. Like, women could be accused of beating the man, whatever.
Yeah.
But just, I don't know, man. From her, like trying to be, I guess, more so on her side, just, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Do you just, back to the whole Saweetie and Quavo instance. Because I don't know if it's getting off to a whole separate thing, but
I go ahead.
how the whole breakup basically came about is because she did that show, right? Well, she did like that talk show
Okay.
with the Justin dude,
Yeah.
and also like Diddy's son, who I guess news to me like they were exes.
Diddy's son and Sweet.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so I guess a separate conversation is just like as a man, how do you approach that situation, knowing that okay, your girl's on this show with her ex, but she talking spicy while she's on the show. You know what I mean?
Like what? I didn't see the clip. Like they talking about like sex and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the things that they asked her was, okay, your man treats you right. He does all these things for you, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you reward him with a threesome? And she goes, oh, if he's doing this, he's providing this, he's doing blah, blah, blah. He's like outstanding man. Yeah, he can pick the dude I have the threesome with. So like, yeah, that type of spicy stuff. Yeah. So yeah, right. So like I had that same reaction. I'm like, whoa, like not only are you having this conversation, which is okay, you said what you said, but your ex is right there.
Yeah.
Just to have that mindset of I'm not gonna go out and try to get it for myself, for one. Two, I expect this man to do everything for me while I just, like you said, exist.
Whack as hell.
Your thoughts on that?
I mean, that was I guess that was the kind of circumstance like decades ago.
Mm-hmm.
But haven't women been fighting to like kind of shake that off for like the last 20 plus years to like kind of make that not the stereotype? Now, I mean, if you're in a relationship and that's like you both agree to that, like cool, that's cool with y'all. But I don't know, man. It's just the type of shit you talk, and then for you then to have like that point of view, that kind of shocks me.
That's crazy.
That kind of shocks me. Personally, I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, I got to see that you motivated doing some shit, like trying to get it some way. But no, I personally don't like that. That wouldn't sit well with me. That just wouldn't sit well with me, man. That's really shocking that she would say that.
Yeah,
it's based off her whole persona and stuff like that. Like I'm a bad bitch.
Boss this, boss that.
Boss that, you know, but then like I'm stay at home.
It's crazy.
I'm chill.
But it's more for me like the mindset of like you gotta get it for yourself.
Yeah,
I'm not saying like if you doing what you do and you get to it, you don't have to spoil me. I'm cool.
Yeah.
As long as like things go to hell, I know you can at least support yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Facts.
I don't have to get tied up in that, but at least I want you to want something for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just want to chill, man. Hang out, man. I thought you had it. I thought you was gonna do it, bro.
Oh, word.
We need that. I thought you had that, bro.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look up that clip and see exactly what she said, but it was like a lot of that was like to that effect. It blew, like I said, it shocked me. But I'm like,
I feel like it would be so hard to just date somebody like if you're in the industry to date another person in the industry. Like
I don't know why they do. Literally every famous person dates a famous person. Like I don't
know. Like that's also kind of why I just think that shit don't be real at the end of the day.
There's no way.
I'm just like, how is it? I don't know. To be like that famous, I feel like you have to. It varies between people, but I feel like you have to kind of lose touch with reality a little bit. Like you gotta. I mean, you kind of have to be larger than life to like get to that level, and to like stay the course, to aspire to be that and stay the course. You kind of have to be a little bit. There's some naivety that goes along with it.
Go back a year ago. Mm-hmm. Shutdown went into effect.
Yeah.
Us, we going through it.
Yeah.
Famous people, they just get on Instagram Live and just sing a song together, saying, just, we'll make it through. In their 12,000 square foot home,
crazy as fuck.
Maids walking in the background. We trying to figure out, okay, are we going to go to work anytime soon? Like, literally.
Crazy.
And at that time, there was no unemployment, no nothing. We just trying to figure out, okay, what the hell do we do?
Right.
And then that's what they do. So to that, your point of just being disconnected, there it is. Yeah. They're in their own world. It's different.
Yeah, I just would be so hard to date like that, man. Because I feel like the average, I won't even just say woman, but men too. The average person now, like who's not famous, you got 1,000 followers on Instagram, whatever. Like you already we see that people already get big headed. Regular
Yeah,
people.
they in their head.
Yeah, so it's just like I can only imagine like to that level, and then trying to. Could you imagine what the argument's like? I feel like I argue about dumb stuff now, but just like at that level, I can just.
What do we really mad about? Yeah.
Like, why don't you take trash? Like, we're rich. Like, you got to admit, like, what are we arguing for? Like,
Right.
I can only imagine, man. But I don't know, man. I hope more information comes out about that because I'm genuinely curious to see what the fallout of this is, man.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Or it may just be one of those Meg and Tory thing where we just don't hear nothing about it.
Yeah, that would be funny if it is. What else happened this week?
COVID vaccine, 16 and up.
What?
16 and up. Did you get registered?
To what?
To get the COVID vaccine.
I did not. I didn't know it was 16 and up now.
Yeah. I got registered.
Oh, you told me that a few weeks ago.
I sent you the screenshot, the link too. You just,
You did?
Yeah.
When?
I sent you the screenshot of the article that had the link to get registered.
Like this week?
Yesterday. Because that's when it went up. Yeah.
I did not see that. I'm gonna go back and look.
Are you going
To go look at the message?
to get registered?
I don't know, man. I'm still up in the air about this. I'm glad you brought this up. There's just a lot of uncertainty for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
So from what I understand, there's three different types of vaccines. The vaccines?
The Pfizer, the Moderna, and the Johnson & Johnson.
What are the
Baby
differences? What are the different baby oil?
The third one is just nothing but baby oil. But
Why are there three different ones? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Which one are you getting?
I think it's the Pfizer. Yeah, the
Why?
Pfizer. I don't know. They have a choice. It just
You don't have a choice? I thought you got to pick out which
It
one.
depends on what location. I mean, because I think a lot of them here are the Pfizer ones. Because my dad got his first shot. It was a Pfizer. My mom got the Pfizer. So I think a lot of them here are just the Pfizer ones.
It's a two-shotter?
2-shot, yeah.
So he said the first shot for them was the Pfizer. Is the second shot also a Pfizer?
It's the same thing, yeah.
Okay.
The Johnson & Johnson, from what I understand, is one shot and a boost. So it's not
Boost.
you may need to get like, hey,
Another shot.
yeah, this may not be where it need to be, so you may have to spark it up a little bit. So that's the one that, like, from the jump, I'm like, if I'm gonna get it, I'm not getting that one.
But that sounds crazy for why I gotta get 2 shots. I feel like that sounds crazy in itself. The fact that there are 3 different vaccines is for
That's
me
valid.
very alarming.
I mean,
3 vaccines.
You gotta, I guess, because you look at the science behind it, believe it if you want, but the effective rate and how safeguarded they are, depending on which brand you are, that's what you really have to go off of. Like, I think like the Pfizer and Moderna are like one of the highest like effective rates like in the world. So it's better than nothing compared to, I guess, what other vaccines are out there. You just gotta take it. I mean, for me, my personal reasons, that's why I'm getting, and I just feel like it's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah.
Because my parents are older. Not that old, but they're older. And so, obviously, being around them, I plan on being outside this summer.
Yeah.
So I just think, like I said, just be responsible.
You ever seen Dallas Buyers Club?
Dallas what?
Dallas Buyers Club. It's a movie.
I have not.
Matthew McConaughey. If you haven't seen the movie, I just watched it recently this week. Very good movie.
You about to take me somewhere.
Because I was on the fence about getting the vaccine. Not initially. Initially, I was like, I'm just not getting the shit. And then I heard my mom kind of talked about it. I don't think she's getting it right now. But my girl, she brought it up, like how she's registered to get it. Just because I guess they're slowly kind of starting to make it if you don't have the vaccine, you can't come here. And which I think is very fucking whack. And I don't know why people aren't more upset about that. But the movie Dallas Buyers Club, it's got Matthew McConaughey in it. Centers on his character. It takes place in 1985, I think. So he gets diagnosed with HIV. And at the time, there's not a lot of knowledge about it. Literally, when he's at the hospital, the first question they ask him when they reveal to him, like, you got HIV, the first question they ask him is like, have you engaged in any homosexual activity? I was like, they're at the hospital. This is a doctor asking him this, bro. It's crazy. This is a true story. It's based on a true story.
Wild.
That's the first question. That's where they're at in 1985 when it comes to like HIV/AIDS. That's the first question they asked him. It was like, no, what are you talking about? I'm straight. Like, what do you mean? But that's like the perception around it at the
Right.
time when it first comes out. Remember, Magic Johnson got it. People were thinking Magic Johnson, yeah. But that's not the case. So the doctor tells him straight up, like, we honestly don't know how you're alive right now because he does a lot of drugs and stuff. Also, he's like, we estimate you got 30 days to live. Like, tells him that.
Damn.
So the guy, there's not a lot of medicine and stuff around at all. There's like a few kind of clinical trial stuff they're doing, like just kind of testing it out, seeing how people take to it. So they start giving him this medication called, I think it's AZT, if I remember correctly. So he starts taking it. They're promising him, like, this is what you need. Like, this is what we're giving everybody. He starts taking it. For some reason, he takes it for a while, a couple weeks. And I know where he just passes out. I don't know if he has a heart attack or what. He just passes out. He then goes to Mexico in search of a new doctor to get more of the AZT because they stopped giving it to him in America for some reason. I don't know why. He goes to Mexico to find this doctor. He passes out when he gets there. He wakes up like hooked to an IV or whatever. The doctor's taking care of him. He's like, hey, man, I need more AZT. Like, hook me up. He's like, I'm not giving you any of that. He's like, why not? He's like, that's what's killing you. Like, it's destroying what little cells you have left, what little white cells you have left. So anyways, he starts giving them these other medications that they're not allowing into the U.S. The U.S. won't pass them, like won't make them official. He starts getting them from the guy in Mexico, and he starts feeling great. So he takes like a stockpile of it back to the U.S. He starts the Dallas Buyers Club. So he starts selling it to a community of like predominantly gay men who are infected with HIV. He starts raking it up. And it starts out as like him trying to kind of money grab, but I think it's for him to continue to purchase medicine for himself as well. But it eventually turns into him actually trying to help people, like genuinely. Right. So the government gets wind of it, and they're just like at every turn trying to shut him down. Like, man, you can't keep doing this. They're confiscating this shit. He's going to all these other type of countries, bringing more of it back. He's having to smuggle it into the country. They're taking it like constantly, like coming through with warrants, seizing all this shit. But anyways, moral of the story is what they gave this dude was killing him. It's crazy to think about. Like, this is real though. And I guess by the end of the movie, he finds out, or once he dies, because he ends up living for like another 7 years. He goes to trial. He sues like the government and everything. He ends up losing, but I guess they end up finding out that the AZT or whatever they were giving him, they were giving people too high a dose.
So the fact that it was killing them, or would kill them, it was just in the capacity that they were giving it.
Yeah, I believe the capacity, like just too much of it. Okay. But still, like, how crazy is that? That's insane. That's insane. So I saw that. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what made me watch this movie? But super good movie, by the way. But that shit just crazy. It just really scared me.
So now that
I don't know. I mean, I was already very skeptical about the whole vaccine. We talked about it before, like just how quickly it came out. Yeah. It was almost the exact same way with the medicine in the movie. Like,
that was my first.
So fast. Yeah. They just, all right, yeah, here I go.
That was my first thing, because I'm like, COVID's been around for a year. Mm-hmm. We got this vaccine already, but cancer's been around for how long? Yeah. And we can't solve that puzzle. Yeah, which I believe they do have it, but it's just a money thing. But that's the whole other topic. But that was my first thing. Yeah. So at first I was like, hell no. But then life happens and things change. Yeah.
And make no mistake, I get. Yeah. Obviously, I get why you're getting the vaccine, but just if you could see in the movie like how he's pleading with people, like, man, don't give me that. I don't want that. He's like going to the hospital, trying to fight with the doctors, like, don't give these to these people. They're like, man, get them out of here. Like, this is what we're giving our patients. Like, I'm like, oh shit, like this is killing them.
So to your point though, to backtrack a little bit, you have to have this vaccine to take part and do it, just live essentially. Pisses me off, bro. Suppose these vaccines work. Mm-hmm. I think it's more irresponsible for that person to be like, have that mindset, because it just takes one person to have this and continue to spread this. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, I think it's a very like, okay, everybody on this cruise has this vaccine, whatever the case may be, but a select few doesn't. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's a very logical thing. Like, okay, if you want to live and you want to, because people, they're going to go and live their lives elsewhere that may affect this person. You know how it goes. We just seen it happen for the past year. Yeah. So I just feel like, okay, like, if that's what's being asked of people, I personally don't see the issue with that. Because we've seen what could happen when all things go to hell. Like we were just there.
Yeah. My whole thing what it would be, like you said, like with the cruise example, you said like most people on here got it. If everybody's got it except me, like, why do I not have to get it?
But like you say, suppose like a select few don't.
Uh-huh.
I'm from elsewhere and you're from elsewhere. We're not vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
One of us gets, I give it to you. Then you go back to wherever you're from. Then, yeah. So I just think it's as a whole world and mindset and just doing what's responsible. I don't see the issue with that.
Yeah, I still think now when I say that I don't want to get it, I still think there should be. And I really don't think it should be forced upon people, which they're doing inadvertently. I still think there should be precautions for sure, like wear a mask. Like even if you got the vaccine, I'm still like, if you're on this plane, wear a mask. Like even they're about to drop the ban here, I'm still wearing a mask, just because I'm just so used to it now. Yeah. Still take people's temperatures. Why wouldn't you, just to be safe? Like, because who knows if the vaccine is actually going to work? This is still very early on.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And some people have like adverse reactions to this vaccine. Like I worked with, he was cool until he got the vaccine. That fucked him up for like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Like it just gave him COVID, which I get what vaccines are.
Essentially what it is, yeah.
But everybody doesn't react the same way. Everybody doesn't get sick from it. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was about to die, bro. He was hurting over it. So it's just, I don't know, man.
And like I said, it's just when you think about it, when you think about how rapid they made it up, I mean,
yeah,
it's a strain of the flu, essentially, right? And so
I guess.
you have these vaccines already. It's just tweaking it to where, okay, it can combat this, particular strain of the flu.
Wow.
And so it's things like that they say, and, okay, this is probably justifies as to why it came out so quick, whether it's true or not, whatever. But
have you ever gotten a flu shot?
It was a long time ago.
I've never gotten.
And personally, like from what I remember, I was.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. It was, I didn't feel too bad after that, but I haven't got one since. I wouldn't dare say I was like elementary school. But
I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's just one of those things. Just you got to do it. I ain't gonna say you got to do it, but for me,
don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna knock anybody for doing it, but just personally, I still don't feel comfortable actually doing it. Like that movie really scared me, bro.
And look, great, man. Like I said, it's
scary. Man.
That's valid. I mean, but you said V got it.
No, she got registered. Said she registered to get it.
Okay, I know.
So that take care of her.
Shit. So you good? You good?
She good. But
I think we said this before, real quick. Mom's is in the health field, right?
Yeah, she's in the health field. I think she may eventually end up having to get it, which I also.
But she doesn't want to.
It doesn't sound like she's too thrilled about it. No.
Okay.
But she said they've already like multiple times approached her by it, like, hey, we can sign you up, and she's like, I'm good, like type of shit. But I think eventually she will have to, like, just working in that field. Yeah, man. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, it's a possible situation because suppose like they didn't have these out right now. We're just gonna be out here just risking it every day. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't know what the end game is.
I mean, man. Let's just be real. Did we not go out last summer? Like
we did,
when they told us everything subsided.
But it's still going to be on the track that it is. I mean, we have seen like okay, numbers have been going down, whatever the case may be. But at that point, it was always going to be just that because America is going to be in America. you know what I mean? So it's just like, what do you expect them to do? Like they have to do something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's. I just believe it's just something that, for me personally, I might have to do.
I get you.
For my peace of mind.
I feel that.
Where the cars fall, they fall, brother.
Yeah. I might be completely wrong. Hey, man, this might be the last y'all see me. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just still very much skeptical about it. I hope I'm not wrong.
It's tough.
Hold on. Do I hope I'm wrong?
I think for the
sake I hope it goes well for everybody.
I was just about to say for the sake of everybody. I'm sure hope that you would hope that it goes well.
Yeah, I hope it goes well for everybody. What
you got?
What were we talking about? Oh shit! Let's talk about KD for a minute, man. Boy, KD.
I hate him.
Your favorite player.
I hate him. I don't hate anybody. I strongly dislike him.
Why do you strongly dislike him?
I just can't get over that movie he made a few years ago. going to the Warriors. I mean, that's my main thing.
What?
Don't get me
What
wrong.
do you do if you use it? Oh, going to the Warriors. Okay, I
Yeah,
can understand.
that's my thing. I've been turned off on KD since then. But
Yeah.
I would never knock him. He's probably one of the best scorers to ever play the game. But that comes with the territory. But still, though, all his rings are invalid.
Yeah, I agree.
If he wins one this year, invalid. Doesn't count.
Agree. Why do you think he is so sensitive?
That's
I
just
just
how he
don't
is.
understand it.
That's just how he is.
Even-
There's nothing wrong with it.
Eh.
That's just who you are as a person.
That's just weird.
But what comes with that, you got to know who you are as a person. Yeah, that's you personality, but you're still KD,
Yeah.
top 3 basketball player in the world. You just can't react to everybody.
Yeah, I just don't get why you would.
You just got to just take it on the chin and just find another way to get that out your system.
Dog, you're rich, one of the best basketball players ever.
You got championships.
Got rings.
Although
like,
there are
just-
people like me
whatever.
saying they don't count.
Yeah.
But here I am.
You got them. Like,
I'm on the mic
yeah.
talking about
Uh-huh.
somebody who's a millionaire who doesn't even know who I am.
Exactly.
Why are you caring about what I'm saying?
Makes no sense. Makes no sense at
Makes
all,
no
bro.
sense.
I just don't understand.
And I'm fully cognizant of that. So like,
Yeah.
you as KD,
Why are you not?
why are you not?
I don't know, bro. That shit is crazy. Like going back to the whole like having burner accounts thing. Like don't get me, I'm sure he's not the only athlete that does that.
Mm-hmm.
But just to get caught in that fashion, to be like that careless,
Saying the things that you were
saying
saying
the shit you were saying, one lets me know you probably do that a lot.
a lot.
Because you just so much that you just forgot to switch back. I'm like, oh yeah, he was over here heavy.
Yeah.
So it's just like I don't know, bro. That shit is funny as fuck to watch. Yeah, I just don't get it, man. Like he was going in on Rappaport, but
Couldn't repeat some of the things he said.
I heard he was low key like they had a joking relationship and just maybe one of them took it too far and then it kind of escalated. I do think Rappaport is whack for
That's super
publicizing.
Whack. That's
I think
super
that's
whack.
very whack.
That's super whack.
And I was already kind of leaning away from
Because they could have got KD all the way out of there for some of the things he was saying.
oh, he gonna get like a fine or suspended or something.
Not like-
he's coming.
He was bogus for posting that.
Yeah, I think
you don't
he
know
was
what
whack for
that.
doing that. But yeah, he gonna get a fine or suspended or something for it. But I still found it whack that he reposted all this stuff because you was talking spicy to him too.
Yeah.
You can't just like, and this is just in DMs. Like,
Oh my God! Look what he said.
funny, bro. Funny, but yeah, I don't know. He needs to get that out of. Like, you just imagine like if LeBron got caught doing this type of shit, how people would come for him. You imagine like already the criticism LeBron faces, and he's a certified fucking champion. Like, been facing pressure since he was a kid, like,
Raps.
and just nothing like never
Raps.
cracked. No burner accounts that we know of. No responding to
For
people.
as far as he's just taking everything on the chin.
Yeah, just taking it and just going with it. Like it's crazy.
People that he put in positions to win championships, Kyrie,
take shots at it.
take shots at him. He just, you know what? I was hurt by it, but you know, it is what it is.
Crazy. I don't know.
But here you are.
Somebody just talk to that dude. Like he's.
To him,
I don't know. Like who? How do you inner
Like I said-
circle just
but
like
like I
let
said-
you do that type of shit?
like, I don't know, but like I said, it's just I will never fault somebody for being the way they are.
Yeah.
That's just who he is. But like you said, at some point, somebody has to be like, "Yo, you are Kevin Durant. Why are you going back and forth on somebody on Twitter that very well may not be the person depicted in their Abby?"
Yeah.
It's just
I'm really very eager to see what the league does because he's gonna get a fine or suspended.
some of them things.
For
Like
sure, he was saying some crazy shit. Like,
it was some
some people might find that
homophobic.
funny.
Some people
Some
may
people might
find, but
it funny,
a lot of
he
people
gonna,
won't.
He gonna pay for that. Oh yes, hell yes, a lot of people. A lot of people won't. I'm very surprised that he was actually saying it though, like that type of shit.
At first, I thought it was like Photoshop,
I did too when you first said it to me. I was like, bro, this can't be real.
but then as more details went out, I was like, "Oh, this is
He was
real,
dropping
real."
crazy shit. Did he say homophobic shit?
I believe." Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat it. But
Don't say it. But
he did.
I see what he said.
He dropped the Addy, like where you could meet me at. And,
That shit was wild. I was like, you gonna really fight? I'm 6'11". Fight me. That's crazy.
I'm taking him in that fight though.
Who?
I'm taking him in that fight though.
KD? Oh, KD gonna watch.
I mean, look at his hair.
Dude.
He don't care about his hair.
Bro,
Damn, no, he ain't gonna give a damn about his face.
Man. His hair looked like I don't even know.
That's you see somebody with that type of. That's the last person you want to fight.
Katie hair look like a brush when it's been used a lot. You just look straight through the bristles and see the wood.
You can just see the wood. That's facts. That's facts. Yeah,
Bro, that shit is so nasty, man. But yeah, I don't know, bro. Like I would. That's just so. That's glad you brought that up. I would think a person who's willing to walk around like that would have like just skin of stone, like just nothing hit you, nothing hurt you.
Yeah.
But just everything. Like, but you can walk around with just not brushing your hair for your entire life.
literally not brushing his hair. But he gonna get a lineup, but he ain't gonna brush it.
That is
That
insane.
hurt, like yeah.
That is insane.
He a different breed, man.
And that's why he's so good at free throws. Don't
Yeah.
brush your hair.
Something's got to give, right? Can't have it all in this world.
One of the last things I want to talk about before we get out of here. Did you see the KKK is going to have I don't know if it's a rally,
Not surprising.
meet and greet,
It's not surprising.
snow cone, car wash. I don't know what it is,
Not surprising.
but it's going to be, I guess, in Auburn.
It's not surprising.
Not surprising. I saw how they were just like, they were calling the Church of KKK. They were like, I don't know if it was Church of KKK or the KKK Church.
Something stupid.
But I was like, what the fuck? They're like, oh, we don't advocate for violence. I'm just like, man, like, come on, like,
During these times, that's like,
that is insane.
that's the insane part about it.
And it's just, I don't think this. They showed a video of one of their marches or whatever. Cause I try to be objective, but I try very hard to be objective and take people at their like face value. But I'm like, because you can take something and that was once bad and make it positive. Sometimes, not in all cases. Obviously, this is one of those things that you can't. This is one of those things that you can't do. That's not even worth trying. Without, I'd say they didn't change the name of the group. They didn't change the name. Like, we're still the KKK to this day in 2021.
Bro, think about it. You went through the whole thing last year with what happened. We only have to go down that road. But now it's the whole Asian hate thing. And it's coming from.
Yeah.
And you guys are doubling down with this KKK stuff. That's the craziest thing about me. Like, this is like, they're like, no, we taking a stand.
Against what?
Against what?
They're the groups like I'm trying to think. So their mission statement or whatever was just like something for the advancement of like white people. I'm like, okay.
I think it was white power worldwide. Like,
Jesus.
That's literally, I think, on their like decal.
I'm just being like devil's advocate. If it was not the KKK, who's obviously notoriously racist, and somebody had that as like their mission statement, would it still be viewed as like wrong?
White power worldwide.
Okay, let's not go with that. Let's go with advancement of white people. Does that sound good?
No, it doesn't.
I was trying to do like NAACP, but for white people. Like I can't do it though.
No, that doesn't.
Wouldn't work. Okay.
Not during these times. No.
Wouldn't work still.
No.
I'm just trying to see. They just remind me of the whole Confederate flag thing, like how some people try to like, oh, my grandfather fought for the Confederacy. Like, so I'm gonna wave this flag. It just really reminds. I'm like, man, come on, like just drop the shirt.
Just
stop.
Just drop it.
But I saw they showed a video of one of their like marches, and because there was one I want to say maybe earlier 2010s or whatever, but they were like fully hooded. It wasn't like, okay, we KKK, we got t-shirts.
No, they was out here.
It was like full hood on, like full. I was like, yo, this is insane.
But it's like I said, look where we're at. It's not surprising. When I first heard about it, I was just like, well, Indiana's going to Indiana. You know
it's just
what I mean?
like, how do you still allow that though? Like, you know what the it's like just a slap in the face.
I mean, when you say allow it, I mean, technically, it's America. They're going to say that's their right to do it.
Yeah, but just this, you know what this is.
I know.
Like, would you let this is? I was gonna say this is different, but it's different, but along the same line. If there was just like a group of Nazis from fucking Germany, and they're like, hey, we want to march in America, would that be allowed? Do you think that'd be allowed? Like, we want to march. Like, okay, this is the Fort Wayne Charter of Nazis. We want to march on Monday. Do you think they'd be like, okay, we good with that? Stop calling me, Mom.
Oh my God. Because you ask me, KKK terrorists off the bat.
For sure.
But I think when it gets to that level,
I still say terrorists.
still terrorists, but I think that's when they will consider it, okay, we have to intervene because this actually may be some terrorist level type of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But for me, they here. They wanted the same.
I think so.
I mean, they were based out of the same ideals. It's just, but that's just my thought on it.
Yeah.
To me, it's like I said, one's not worse than the other. They're on the equal playing field. You know what I mean? They both stem from hate.
What if they hit you up like, Dominique, please come through. We just want to talk to you about how we're different now.
You
You won't even meet them halfway.
Set up? Nope.
Okay, meet us broad daylight. We're just
Nope.
gonna talk. Okay.
Nope. Zoom.
Zoom. But you take the Zoom call. And they're like, we just want to talk, show you how we're different, so you can see where we're coming from. You know, these are our values now. We know what happened.
Things
in the
won't
past.
progress unless the conversation is had. I believe that.
Okay.
But you know, Zoom.
That shit's interesting, man. Just how could you be openly associated with that? Like, don't get me wrong. Like people who are openly racist, I respect those more than like the closet cowards. But still, like that's some ill shit.
The reason why I say the conversation thing, because the Judas and the Black Messiah was that scene. Fred Hampton went into the gathering of all the white folks that we would assume was racist. You see the stars and bars behind the dude talking.
Yeah.
And the folks I was with Fred Hampton was like, "No, we ain't doing this, brother. How can we be linking arms with these people?"
Yep.
And Fred Hampton's like, "Well, brother, maybe these the white folks I was helping our black folks." Blah blah blah. Gave that whole spew, and next thing you know, they arm in arm.
Yeah.
So in that context, I guess you gotta see. So, not to this particular group of people because we know what they stand with the whole KKK thing.
Yeah.
But there may be some others who we think would be in that crowd that may not be.
Yeah.
But you won't know unless you at least hear them out.
Right.
But if you there, then I know where you stand.
Yeah.
Like I said, we all have that common perception of who may be in that crowd, but that person very well may not be.
Yeah. The fact that they still carry that name is so fucking ill to me. Like there is no hiding. Like it's just like this is what we is.
That's
Like even if you were trying to be on like the whole like okay we positive we're not doing what they did back in the day, but to still just keep the name.
No, that's wild.
Keep the name, keep dressing up in white hoods and shit. It's just wild, man.
Whenever and the reason why like I don't want to say I can't take them serious because obviously it's like they are who they are and they did what they did. But I always think about to that Django scene, top 5 scene in movie history.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I just get a chuckle every time I think about that. But
No, it was hilarious.
so whenever I hear Ku Klux Klan, that's what my mind immediately goes to. There's a whole bunch of just idiots can't even figure out, how to get the mask on.
We'll see though, man.
Pray for our people.
Yeah, I pray for everybody. Yeah, pray for everybody. Some a little less than others, but I still pray for everybody.
A prayer's a prayer.
Yeah, prayer's a prayer.
Can't be too picky, what you get.
All right, let's get out of here, man. This has been another episode of the Here to Speak podcast. Like, subscribe, share,
Do all that.
listen. Follow our Instagram page. Thank you guys for
At Here to Speak Pod.
Here to Speak Pod. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see y'all next week.
Press the button.